So Algo currently finds itself within its corrective move to the downside, and here you can see that we ended up dropping by more than 25%. And so it's possible that we ended up completing the third wave, and we are now within this fourth wave, and then we get to see that final push to the upside to complete that fifth wave. And if I zoom in, what you can see is we ended up having a death cross event take place, which is slightly bearish. And you can also see that we're trading below the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA. And here we ended up breaching past the swing low, which then triggered a change of character on smart money concept, which then further confirmed that we are on a bearish trend. And so if I remove this, and here you can see that we ended up having a corrective move play out, made up of a W, X, Y structure. And so what I do is check to see if the Y wave met the typical requirements, which is anywhere between 1 to 1.236 of the W wave. So if I bring in the fib tool and bring that to the local top at 31.15 cents, and here you can see that that range sits between 25.08 cents to 26.14 cents. And here we ended up reaching 24.93 cents. And so we just about exceeded this level here. And so one thing that we'll be looking at is for this structure to be complete, and we see that reversal to the upside, where we can then begin to track the wave 5. And for that to happen, what we need to do is to test out some key levels, such as the EMA levels, which during the time of recording sits between 27.5 cents to 28.06 cents. And ideally, I'd like Algo to find support at those levels and then see that continuation to the upside, where we can then begin to test out the local top. And here you can see that smart money concept is indicating that we have a strong high. And so if we were to breach past this strong high, then that will then trigger a change of character and a break of structure, which will then further confirm that we are on a bullish trend. And it will be more than likely that we'll then breach past the local top and then tap into the wave 5 target. And as far as the stochastic arrow cycles, you can see that the bulls have had the momentum. And of course, that's reflected on a price chart, given that we've seen that pump to the upside. And if I was to go on the 4-hour chart, what you can also see is we are within the oversold conditions. And if I quickly go in the 8-hour charts, we are within the oversold conditions. And as far as the daily chart goes, you can see that the bears are slowly starting to lose that momentum. And so we'll be looking at for the bulls to regain control of the market and drive the price of Algo up towards higher highs. And here you can also see that smart money concept is indicating that we have a weak high. And so if we are in a bullish environment, then the likelihood of us actually breaching past this local top would be likely. And then we can then tap into that wave 5 target. And if I go on the 8-hour chart, what you can see is we actually got rejected at the 50 EMA. And so for us to be bullish, then we need to break through that level at 26.17 cents, find support at that level, and then see that continuation to the upside. And if I quickly go on the 4-hour chart, again, we are trading below the 50 EMA. And so this is going to be a key level to test in the days to come. And if I go back to the hourly chart, given the fact that I am tracking this wave 4, this wave 4 typically retraces anywhere between 23.6% to 50% of the wave 3. So if I remove this fib tool and draw that in, and so Algo has the potential to reach anywhere between 23.86 cents to 28.59 cents. And so there is still a little bit more room to the downside. And so, yeah, in order for us to be bullish, then we need Algo to hold this region and then see that reversal to your upside, where we can then begin to track that wave 5. And as far as the wave 5 goes, this wave 5 typically retraces anywhere between 1.236 to 1.618 of the wave 4. And so assuming that we ended up completing the WXY structure, what I do is set out the wave 5 target. And that region sits between 36.06 cents to 40.42 cents. And so, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the bulls respond following this recent move to the downside, given that the bears have had control of the market over the past few days. I am looking out for this reversal before seeing a bigger move to the downside, where we could potentially see a 50 to 88.2% retracement of this bigger wave structure here. Now, of course, if we do fail to tap into this region, then that would then mean that we ended up completing this 5-wave structure. and we get to that bigger retracement to the downside, where we could go even deeper than this level here. And so yeah, that's my update on Algo. Hopefully you found it useful, and if you did, then feel free to hit that like button, and if you're new, feel free to subscribe. Take it easy, people. Peace.